Orgy dorgy. Hello, morning people, afternoon even. Oh, a little chap riding his bike. Hello. Right, I'm out. I've just seen a beautiful tree. Look at that. Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, isn't it lovely? Oh, yeah, I'm going to try and hug that. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a little girl here. I'm hugging trees. Little girl. Oh, it's nice to see him out. We've got a big cycle path near here, and there's loads of room, so you're not near people. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try and hug this tree. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's have a hug. Snuggling. Oh, it's got furry bits. Oh, sorry, tree. May I hug you? It's disturbing me when I'm because I'm filming myself. I'm forgetting my etiquette. May I hug you, beautiful tree? Let's get in with the green furry bit. Why has it gone funny? Oh, it's the sun. Beautiful. Get my arms round it. Oh, proper big hug. Oh. I think there's somebody coming. I'm hugging trees. You can't hug people, but you can hug trees. Oh, he's a big one, isn't he?
He is.
What is it?
He's a bulldog.
A normal bulldog?
Old English.
Oh, you're a big bugger, aren't you?
Yeah.
Stay safe, guys. Are they your kiddie winkles I just seen down there?
Pardon?
Them two kids were you?
Yeah.
Have a good time. Sorry, I should have. I'm putting this on Facebook. You don't mind, do you? Got to ask people's permission. Just thought they'd be wondering why I'm trying to dry hump a tree. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I normally be quiet. Thank you, tree. I should have put my gloves on because it's flaming freezing. Well, I've got my gloves on, but I had to take it off to press the button. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit nippy, that's why I've got my hat on. Got this from charity shop. Spinning washer, don't worry. Right, now I don't know why. What have I done here to make it go funny? Ooh. Oh, that's it. I'd accidentally knocked the brightness up. Yeah. So, I've had a bit of an emotional day today. I was watching the news. Let me put my glove on. Ozzy's trotted off up there. I was watching the news and it showed a couple in New York and they're having the first baby, and they've made a law in New York that the mother has to go into to have the baby on her own. And the dad, he says, he was sharing, and it really made me cry. He said, I'm adopted, he says, and I've never met a blood relative. He says, so my daughter is going to be the first blood relative that I've ever known. He says, and to not be able to hold her when she's born, he says, I find that really upsetting. And I thought, oh, and his wife was crying because she obviously doesn't want to go into labour on her own. And there was a lady from her charity who's trying to get this overturned. And she was like pointing out the fact that, you know, it's really distressing giving birth, and for the mother to have to do it on her own when she might end up needing a caesarean. You know, she could actually die in childbirth, and the child might die or have complications. And she was saying that, you know, no woman should have to go into that on their own. So I hope that they overturn it at some point. Just seen a friend down there. Yeah, they might overturn it at some point. And yeah, you're right. Quite a way off, actually. Don't know why I'm whispering to him. Why am I whispering to him? Anyway, yeah, so I hope they overturn that. And then what else upset me? There was something else and it made me cry. Oh, I can't remember what it was. What was it? Oh, do you know what? Even about the homeless people all being housed in hotels and hopefully with the dogs. And I thought, there's some beautiful stuff happening at the minute. There's some terrible stuff happening, but there's some beautiful stuff happening. So the fact that homeless people are going to get homed in hotels and hopefully they'll get the support that they need, whether that be for the mental health, whether it be for drug and alcohol addictions, I think it's beautiful that they're going to be helped to get off the streets. And it's a shame that it's took something like this for the government to actually do something about it. People shouldn't have to be at risk of spreading disease. And I'm under no illusion that that's what it is. It's the fact that they're at risk of contracting it and spreading it to other people. I don't think it's like, oh, we all of a sudden care about the homeless. So I think that's wonderful. But then the other thing that really upset me was the fact that domestic violence calls in China have gone up threefold, and also the child abuse, and that was really upsetting. I was a victim of domestic violence myself when I was younger. In fact, I went working in New York when I was 22 to get away from him, because he went round to my mum's and said that if I didn't go back out with him, he was going to murder me. So I went being a nanny in America for a year, just to sort of get shut. And the weird thing was, when I come back, I'd not seen him for about 14 months, and he come up to me in a club and said, "Oh, do you still love me?" And I went, "What do you think if your girlfriend goes to the other side of the world to escape? What do you think?" And I was with my best mate at the time, Andrea, and he punched me. And he was like 6'2" and built like a brick shithouse, or 6'1" or 6'2", and I'm like 5'5", and he punched me flying. That was the first time I'd seen him. So it just goes to show leopards don't change the spots, do they? But he was very abusive. He was mentally abusive. He was physically abusive. He was sexually abusive. And I know a lot of people say, oh, they just need to bloody walk away from him. I'm quite a strong, resilient woman. And I've always had a bit of strength of character about me. But when you get entangled with a narcissist, as most domestic violence perpetrators are, you don't actually, you underestimate what you're dealing with. They're very, very clever. They pick the victims for the vulnerability and the way they can manipulate them, and they make you think that you're like the most important person in the world, and that they're just trying to protect you by pointing out the flaws of your friends and your family and stuff, and they make you think that that you're so special to them, and the abuse doesn't come along for a while. And then it starts gradually. It might be commenting on the clothes you're going to wear, or, like I said, separating you from your friends and your family. And then before you know it, you're in a place where you daren't look with your eyes. If you're out on a night out, you've got to look at the floor, because if you come into contact with another male, you're going to get a load of abuse and possibly a good hiding when you get home. So yeah, it's because I have been a victim of abuse. I understand that it's not that easy for women to just walk away, because I put up with it for 2.5 years, because I was mentally, you end up codependent in that relationship because of the way that they manipulate you. And I thought I could change him. I thought I could be the one to change him. But yeah, he used to, at the time I was a size 8. I'm 5'5". I was a size 8. I weighed 8 stone 12. I was really, really slim. And he used to say to me, "You're fat, you're ugly, and you'll never get anybody better than me." And he used to go on about all these women who fancied him and blah, blah, blah. And he just made me really insecure and really, really, and my bulimia started when I went to America. So I think there's a big, a circumstantial link there. And he used to call me Selly Cellulite. And he was just an arsehole, basically. He cut a gorilla's head off once and shoved it through my mum's letterbox. Not a real one, obviously. It was a teddy bear that I'd got him. And yeah, he severed its head and stuffed it through my mum's letterbox with a video of Congo that we'd been watching the night before when he'd been on his wife beater, you know, a few cans of this Nelson Mandela Stella. And because I'd fallen asleep because I didn't feel well, he'd decided that he weren't happy about it, so he started shouting at me. So I got a taxi and went home. And hiya, you're right. He got a taxi and went home. So I went home, and I was living with my mum at the time. And about half an hour later, and we got the video out from the video shop, and my mum says she's there doing the ironing, because she always used to iron at stupid o'clock. It's about 1 a.m. She says the letterbox flicked up. She says this video come flying through, then a ball of fluff and an envelope. And he went, "Tell it take her own fecking videos back." So my mum shouted me, and I come down, and he had this severed head there, an envelope with photographs of me and him all ripped up with "you bastard" written on the front, and the video for me to take back, because he was going to take it back for me on his way home from work. So yeah, nice chap.